now for our next news special report.
And now we've got a story that screams conflict, drama, and unfairness, just like an old Western movie, only this plot unfolds in a courtroom rather than a dusty road in a lawless town. Picture this: your loved one has passed away, and you're scheduling the funeral, dealing with the grief and trying to tie loose ends together. But wait, you're also faced with a court trial put in motion by a so-called nasty judge who insists it must proceed funeral or no funeral. Sound heartless? Well, that's the harsh reality Trump is dealing with right now. As an American, whatever your political allegiance, ask yourself, is this fair? Is this justice? We unfold this contemptuous story and more right here on the network that reports the truth, so stick around until the end, because you certainly don't want to miss our final thought. Now, folks, when things go south, chaos reigns. It's like a court case. It doesn't care if you can't attend. And suddenly, you need to survive. And that's when you need a backup plan. And folks, that's where My Patriot Supply steps in, providing you with much-needed 4-week emergency food kits. It's your beacon of hope when the world seems unfair. Equipped with delicious meals lasting up to 25 years, it's a fighting chance that you need in a world that sometimes shows no mercy. So grab this survival kit for every member of your family, and if you order by 3 p.m., guess what? Free same-day shipping. So head over to preparewithgary.com, because like Trump attending his mother-in-law's funeral instead of a trial, sometimes life doesn't pause for your convenience. Now, President Trump found himself in an impossible situation. He was battling not one but two significant events: the funeral of his mother-in-law and the E. Jean Carroll trial, a legal battle that's been chasing him around for a while now. An unbearable personal loss coinciding with an essential trial, not an easy spot for anyone. So heartbroken and burdened, Trump approached the Judge Lewis Kaplan asking for a delay in the trial, a simple request given the circumstances, but Judge Kaplan categorically refused. Absolutely not. The trial will go on as it is. That's what he stated. No consideration for a bereaved Trump mourning the loss of a close family member. And that's when Trump couldn't hold back. Venting his frustration, he called out the obvious bias in the judge. He said, "That's a nasty man. He's a nasty judge. He's a Trump-hating guy." His words that he stated. So don't take my word for it. Here's Trump's words. See him for yourself.
Thank you very much. So, as you know, the First Lady's mother passed away. The funeral is tomorrow, and we would have assumed that for a trial like this, it's not an emergency in terms of timing. The judge would have been very nice and would let me go, because I want to be at every trial day, because I saw what happened in the first one where I was asked not to go by the lawyers very much. They said, it's demeaning. There was no evidence. There was no anything. And so I didn't go, and I understood exactly what he meant when he said it was demeaning. There was no reason to go and you shouldn't go. And I decided on this one, same judge, he's a radical Trump hater. And I said, I will go to all days. So what happened very terribly is we asked to just delay the trial for one day so I could go to the funeral tomorrow, and then we could start Friday or Monday or any time they want. And he said, absolutely not. The trial will go on just as it is. You can go to the funeral or you can go to the trial, but you can't do both. I thought it was terrible. So he would rather have me miss the funeral or go to the funeral, miss the trial. And that's a nasty man. He's a nasty judge. He's a Trump-hating guy. And it's obvious to everybody in the court. It's a disgrace, frankly, what's happening. It's a disgrace. Happens to be a Clinton appointment, but I'm sure that has nothing to do with it.
It had nothing to do with it at all. Now, the blatant display of bias begs the question: is the justice we idealize merely a smokescreen? Is it to fulfill personal agendas? The situation worsens America. Amidst all this, former First Lady Melania Trump mourned her mother on Twitter, a touching tribute that drives home the personal nature of this conflict. And the denial of fair treatment to a citizen, former president or not, is a glaring example of the system's demeanor towards those it deems objectionable. Take a step back, America. Is using the courtroom as a stage for political bias and personal gains justice, or just another dagger of foul play? Reflect on this. A courtroom is not just a physical space. It's a symbol of justice, a reminder of our republic's values. When those in power misuse its sanctity for personal gains or bias, it's not just a courtroom that's at stake, it's our principles and faith in the judicial system. And bias in any form is disgusting. Trump's ordeal exposes just that, hidden behind the mask of legal procedures and judicial oversight. The refusal to delay the trial and the scornful ultimatum given to Trump is a direct assault on the impartiality of the judiciary. It marks a dark day for everyone in our great nation who believes in the sanctity of justice. But Trump is no stranger to adversity. Battling through the hostile media climate and countless trials during his tenure, one can't help but wonder if his confidence stems from a deep belief in truth and a march towards justice. He stands his ground, willing to fight despite the roadblocks laid in his path. Trump's vision, and more importantly, his resilience, has not faded. His ordeal further fuels his determination to set things right, and these incidents are not setbacks. They are building blocks for his impending fight in the 2024 election against Joe Biden. Now, these events send a chilling message. Become a target, and even your personal grievances will be used to twist the knife. Rest assured, with every curveball thrown his way, Trump stands undeterred. So if you've gained insights into this unsettling saga, tap subscribe. We're just getting started. And now, my final thought on why this matters to everyone. America, what does being a republic mean? It signifies fairness, justice, equality, all things that our former President Trump was denied. His ordeal mirrors our fight, the fight of regular American citizens who yearn for justice, for impartiality, especially in our judicial system. So what happened to Trump is not just an isolated event of partiality, it's a symptom of a deeper melee and entrenched bias festering in our judiciary. If a former president can be subjected to such disdain and bias, what chance do regular citizens stand? So make no mistake, folks, this courtroom drama affects all of us. Judge Kaplan's lack of empathy and professionalism is a new low, a grim reminder that our fight against bias is far from over. As we move forward, let's remember this incident as a catalyst for change in 2024 and beyond, because America, it's our battle to fight for fairness, for justice, for our republic.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.